Hi everyone. Today we're going to discuss about entity relationship model and the motivation behind it. Okay. So before starting with that, what is data model? We already discussed data model is a collection of rules which describe the data, relationships, semantics, and constraint. So in this relational entity relationship model, which describe about how entities, real world entities are there, and then how they are related with each other. So in the data modeling, we're going to have two types of the data model, ER and relational model. So first we discuss about how the database is designed. So while problems are taking problem solving technique before solving a problem, we must have the knowledge about how to solve that, right? So for that, we have to write an algorithm and we have to draw the flow chart and finally pseudocode is also used to before converting into the original source code. So likewise, our database design also there are several stages of database design. So initial phase, characterize fully the data need and from the database user. In second phase, it's choosing a data model and moving an abstract data model to the implementation part, and it shows physical and logical design also. So the data model, there are three kind of data models. Relational models are there, conceptual data model and representational data model and physical data model. So let me discuss about conceptual data model. So it understands the need of the customer or the requirement of the user. And after gathering of the requirement from the various users, we have to start a designing of database. Before the database designer start make particular about the database. And the very popular model for the conceptual data model is entity relationship model. Is a high level data model which is used to define the data and its relationship between them. It's basically a conceptual design of any database. So in that conceptual data model, there will be the terms used entity. Is the entity is nothing, it's referred as a real world entity, a real world object. Let me take as it become a place or the person or any object. So they are represented by the rectangle box in ER diagram. The attributes are nothing, it's a property of an entity. These are represented by the ellipse. So we can take if a student is an entity, the roll number or the register number, name, mark, department, subjects. These are all the attributes of the student database. And relationship means it used to define the relation among the different entities. So normally the relationships are represented by the diamond shape. So the representation data model, once after designing the ER model, we can be able to convert the ER model into logical part of the database. So for that, relational algebraic or relational calculus functions we may use. So relational operations, we know that there are several operations are there for procedural query language, select, project, union, intersect, set difference, Cartesian product, and greening. And if we take there are the familiar shapes. Rectangle represent the entity in ER model. Ellipse represent the attributes in ER model. Diamond represent the relationship among entities. And line represent the attributes to entities. And oval shape, double oval shape represent the multi-valued attribute. And double rectangle box represent the weak entity. And components of ER model have entity, attribute, and relation. Strong entity and weak entity is also there, and attribute, key attribute, composite attribute, multi-valued attribute, and derived attributes also there. So relationship we take, there are several relationship, one-to-one relation, one-to-many, many-to-one, and many-to-many relationship. So strong entity means the entity doesn't have depend on another entity means. So that is strong entity. If one entity depends on some other entity means we can say it's a weak entity. Normally strong entity have a key attribute. So the motivation behind the conceptual database design is it's a very simple, it provides a visible representation and it's a very effective communication tool. It is highly integrated with the relational model. So easy conversion to any data model. Thank you.